welcome to your November 2017 Love Reading with Divine Love Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I want to say thank you guys for clicking on this video. I hope you enjoy it. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. If it's your first time with me, welcome to you too, okay? I'm going to go ahead and get right into the reading because I've got a lot to do today. I've already shuffled the cards off camera for time purposes. And let's go ahead and get into the Celtic Cross reading. And yes, I say Celtic Cross. I'm sorry. I'm American. That's how we pronounce it. I've had somebody going off on my comments talking about this is terrible. She doesn't even say it right. Blame Trump. Okay, I don't know. So let's go ahead and get into the reading. The first card represents your present energy, and you have the Strength card. Okay, next card represents what's crossing that energy or your challenge, and that is the Two of Pentacles. Okay, next card represents your past energy, and you have the Four of Swords in reverse. Okay, actually in reverse. All right, the next card represents your future energy, and you have the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Next card represents what you want. Okay, and you have the Eight of Cups in the reverse. Okay, that's interesting. Next card represents your internal factors, and you have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, next card represents your advice for this reading. You got the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Next card represents your external factor. You have the Hermit in the reverse. Okay, next card you have is your hopes or your fears. You have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. And your outcome for this reading is the Knight of Wands. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Current energy is the Strength card. Okay, so currently, the Strength is that taming the lion, right? So you may be in a situation where you're trying to tame your temper, or you're trying to maybe approach things in a different manner. Okay, the Strength card is about using love instead of imposing your will on people instead of being forceful. Okay, Strength card is about being gentle and kind. It can also represent a Leo. So for some of my Cancers, you may be in a relationship with a Leo, or a Leo is on your mind at this moment. Okay, for others, there's just a situation that's requiring you to have a little bit more tact, to be a little bit more balanced in your responses. Okay, it's maybe requiring you to have some courage. Strength card can also represent dating. Okay, so maybe for my singles out there, you want to date, but you want the old-fashioned way. Okay, you want to be like courted, right? You want to be taken out, you want passion, you want romance, you want intimacy. Now, your challenge is the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so that represents trying to find the time or energy for something. Okay, and also could represent juggling something. So for, my singles, maybe you want to date, maybe you want romance, maybe you want to be in a relationship, but you just don't have the time. Okay, maybe you've got a lot of work, you're trying to juggle your work life and your social life, and work is winning. For others, you may be juggling two people. Okay, Two of Pentacles can also indicate boredom. Okay, giving into routine. It's like the honeymoon phase is over, and you guys are kind of settling into the situation. So maybe not as exciting as it once was. Okay, so that can go for my couples. Let's go ahead and clarify this Two of Pentacles. Okay, and we get the Star card. So for some of my Cancers, you could be possibly juggling two people. Okay, you could be juggling a Sagittarius, where I got that from, an Aquarius and a Leo. Okay, for others, you are maybe needing to have patience. with someone, okay, or maybe you need to have patience with your situation, okay, because it's calling for you to have strength. And so for me, I feel like here, either you need to have patience while maybe there's a lot of overtime going on, or maybe there's a situation where one of you just has to work a lot, and so therefore you're not able to invest a lot of time or energy into the relationship. And so during this phase, because the star card represents, you getting what you want. It represents positivity, but with maybe an obstacle or two. Like you're gonna have to go through something to get there. For others, you're just daydreaming about someone. Okay, you may be daydreaming about a Leo. All right. This can also represent putting too much faith in a situation or something that you want, but it just isn't coming to you. All right. So maybe some of you guys are interested in someone. Okay. For my singles, you might be interested in a Leo, or you just whoever you're interested in. It's almost like it's a daydream, or it's almost like a fantasy, because you just don't have the time, or they don't have the time. All right, maybe they haven't noticed you yet. That's also what the star card can indicate. For others, it's just that there's something going on and you guys are going to have a little bit of patience. Okay. um if a relationship has hit a rut, or if things have become routine, or if there is if something that's out of balance, it's temporary. Okay. And just be gentle with each other and have patience with either your partner or have patience with yourself. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move on to your past energy, and it is the Four of Swords in the reverse. So in the reverse, it could represent that this might have been a chaotic time for you. All right, this represents having lots of issues, trying to solve them, but more things keep popping up. Okay, so this is the opposite of the calm. This is like the storm. Okay, so in your past there may have been just a lot of things that were uneasy, and maybe now in the present, that's why you have this strength card. Okay, you're trying to deal with whatever these four swords represented. Okay, so you're just needing to have a little patience, and you're just needing to find the balance that is lacking. Okay, because strength card can also represent finding balance. All right, let's go ahead now and we move to the future, and we have the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. All right, so the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse can also indicate someone who's very focused on work. Okay, their family life may be suffering because of the amount of time that they put into work. Okay, so once again, like I said, it could be a situation where somebody's working a lot. Okay, Cancer, it looks like somebody's working a lot. Maybe their partner is possibly daydreaming about them, or they're daydreaming about their partner because they just don't have the time to spend with them. All right, and in the future, it looks like this is still going to be um, the case. Okay. For others, the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse can represent a separation, or a breakup. It can also indicate someone not taking the relationship seriously. Okay, because I tend to call this like the commitment phobe card. Okay, this is someone who is either taking the relationship for granted, or not as committed to the relationship as the other person. All right. Now, in your what you want position, you have the Eight of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so the Eight of Cups in the reverse, it's like the ending. It could be the ending of a long-term relationship. But for some, this represents wanting to return to a relationship that you walked away from. Okay, so maybe for some of my Cancer, maybe there was a Leo that you guys broke up with, and you're thinking about this person. Okay, maybe that's what this daydreaming is. Maybe you are in another relationship, but whatever thoughts of this person are on your mind at this time, and so you may be either contemplating going back to them, or you know maybe just them coming back to you. Okay, they may be well, no, this is what you want. So maybe you want that relationship, or something about that person. Maybe not necessarily you returning to that relationship, but something about that person is what you want. Okay, let me go ahead. I want to clarify this future card. Okay, and we get the Hierophant in reverse. All right, so definitely for some of my cancers, this looks like divorce. Okay, this looks like the breaking of a relationship. For others, the Hierophant can represent tradition is broken. Okay, so maybe not a divorce, but like a break from you, like there's a change in the relationship. This represents an unorthodox way of doing things. So or an unconventional relationship. Okay, so who knows, for some of my cancers, maybe in the future you guys move into having an open relationship. Okay, for others, this just can represent a know-it-all. Okay, someone who knows it all, someone who um, this is like you're not seeing eye to eye with each other. Okay, because one person thinks they know it all right, and sometimes that's you, Cancer. Okay, I love you guys. I love you, love you, love you, but boy, if I didn't meet a Cancer that told me what to do, I'd be lying. Okay, so in the future, this can, like I said, this can indicate either, someone taking the relationship for granted. It can indicate a break, possible divorce for some. For others, this just not seeing eye to eye. Someone who feels like they know the best for the relationship, and um, that's that. Okay. We're going to go ahead now. We're going to move on to your internal factor. And you have the Wheel of Fortune. Actually, you know what? I want to verify this Eight of Cups. I don't know why I let that go, because I don't like when I see certain cards, and like this is not a card that you should want in the upright nor the reverse. So let me go ahead and clarify that. And we get the Death card in the reverse. All right, Cancer. So what is going on? Some of you guys want someone from your past, okay? You want someone from your past, even though you know this person isn't right for you, okay? Because the Death card in the reverse can represent resisting change. So it's almost like you want things to go back to how they were. You want to return to how things used to be, okay? And that can indicate a person, or just maybe in your current relationship, you see where things are not how they should be, but you want them, like you're not willing to let go of the situation. In your heart, you just wanted to go back to how it was. All right. Um, Even if that how it was wasn't actually really good, right? Because here you have the Four of Swords in the reverse. So clearly, maybe there's a situation where someone's idealizing this relationship, okay? But what you want is something that maybe doesn't necessarily exist, but it's definitely from the past. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and I'll move on to your internal factors, which is the Wheel of Fortune. And this represents fate. So it's like you believe in fate, you believe in destiny, okay? You believe in karma, you believe in things that are meant to be, okay? This can also represent learning from down periods, okay? Learning from the chaos, learning from the times where things are, not going smoothly. So maybe for some of you guys, you may feel like you have destiny, or you're fated to be with someone who is a Leo, okay? Or maybe you feel like that person is your soulmate, because the Star card can also represent soulmates. All right, so maybe this is just, like I said, for some of you, there's a Leo that's either very, heavily on your mind, and maybe you're juggling, thoughts of this person with your current relationship, because you feel like that person is your soulmate. Okay, and you actually want to go back to that situation in your heart. Okay, maybe not what you want to do. For some, it's just about karma, believing in destiny, believing that you're supposed to be with a certain person. Okay, um, maybe some of you have karma with an Aquarius. Okay, and that's why the Star card is here. So maybe others, for some it's a Leo, for others it could be an Aquarius. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move on to your advice for the reading. And that's the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Right, so the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse represents that stop putting your finances before your relationship, or be careful of that, okay? Stop worrying about money. This can also represent, like, jealousy. So be careful of being too jealous or being too possessive over your partner, okay? This can also represent comparing your partners to others, or how you want them to be. So basically, like, oh, why can't you be more like this? Or why can't you be more like this person? Or so and so's, husband, he does this. Well, so and so's wife does that. Be careful of doing that, because the best way to get somebody to do something is to praise them, right? Okay, I like the fact that you did this, but next time, let's try it this way. Or, baby, I really need you to do this for me, okay? Try positive reinforcement versus, um, you know, being so critical of your partner. All right, that's what that advice is. Now we move on to your external factor, and you have the Hermit in reverse. So, for some of you Cancers, that definitely represents someone from the past, okay? The Hermit in reverse can represent kindling a past relationship, or considering kindling a past relationship. So somebody from the past may have come back. So like I said, for some of you, it's either a Leo or an Aquarius that has come back, and you may be juggling. You actually might be juggling. For some, it might be both. You might have a Leo, and you're, now thinking about this Aquarius, or you're thinking about the Leo, but this Aquarius is already in your life, okay? For others, this represents that your partner may be looking elsewhere for satisfaction. Okay, your partner may not be or your partner may not just be satisfied in this relationship. So they may not necessarily be cheating, but they're not satisfied within the constructs of the relationship that you guys have. All right, for my singles, this external factor can indicate, like I said, somebody from the past coming back for you, or who's in the picture, okay? Go ahead and clarify that. And I get the Four of Wands in the reverse. So this can indicate that, your partner is not feeling connected to you, all right? Because this can represent this, the undoing of a commitment. Okay, so for some of you, there's issues. Somebody's not as committed as they once were. Okay, for others, this represents that your family and friends just may not approve of your partner, or they may not approve of the person that you're interested in. Okay, now let's go ahead and let's move on to your hopes and your fears. And you have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, okay? So you fear that you may be unhappy with your situation in the future, or you fear that you have made a mistake. Okay, you fear that you have made a mistake with the person that you are with right now, or you're fearing basically that you're going to wake up one day and realize that you did make a mistake. Okay, because the Page of Pentacles represents someone who is unfocused, someone who is not committed, okay? And we do have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse here in your future card. So for some of you, that's, exactly what you're fearing, is this lack of commitment. Okay, because as a Cancer, you probably already instinctively know that that is the issue. Maybe that's why you want a past situation back, okay? Because the current situation is just lacking something for you, or you realize that whoever this person is in your life right now is not it for you. Is not the it for you, okay? Let's go ahead and move on to the outcome card. And we got the Knight of Wands. Okay, so the Knight of Wands can represent a lot of passion. It can represent a very sexual person, sexual energy, sexual chemistry. This is if it's a person, this is someone who comes on strong, someone who uses their magnetism to kind of pull you in. They're very sexual, okay, whoever this person is, and they like relationships that are only based on that. Okay, they're very charming. They'll charm the pants right off of you, but as far as commitment, they're lacking that. Okay, so maybe that's the situation that you have here going forward with this Eight of Pentacles in the reverse and this Hierophant in the reverse, where maybe either you feel like, what, I have a lot of energy in me, and I want an open relationship, or I don't want a commitment. Okay, I don't want to be committed to this person. I do care about you. I do care about you as a friend, but right now, I just want to focus on kind of like exploring things, okay, with other people. For some of you, that could be your partner, okay? Some of you, this can represent that, there may be a lot of chemistry, but not a lot of communication in a relationship. So it's not necessarily anyone cheating. It's just that maybe the sexual energy is high, but the communication is low. All right. Now, for others, this is just something that it's like an event that happens, something that surprises you, something that you're not expecting. And for others, for my singles, you might meet someone at work, okay? You might meet someone at work that you're very attracted to. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clarify your outcome. And we have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. All right. So, Cancer, what's going on? What's going on this month? So, the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse represents not feeling very loved, okay? Or feeling like you've made a mistake, okay? And it can also represent that your partner feels the same way, okay? This is the card of not being able to fake it anymore. So for some of you, okay, and like I said, not for all, but for some, there may be a situation where you realize that you're not as committed to your partner as you wanted to be, as you would like to be, or you no longer want to be committed to someone because maybe you just want to go out and, you're just interested in sex. Okay, that's all you're interested in. For others, there could be someone else that you're attracted to, okay? Or maybe you and your partner are both attracted to other people and you realize this. And, you're no longer going to pretend to be in a situation where, there's a lack of commitment. All right. So you guys may stay together, but you may open up your relationship where you both are allowed to go out and explore yourselves. Okay. Because you know that you don't have that connection with each other anymore. All right. So now for others, it's your partner. Okay. Your partner is maybe stepping out on the situation because, maybe they don't feel sexually connected to you. Okay, because that's what this is saying. So for some of you, it's your partner who is feeling sexual, and maybe they even have someone else, okay, that they, maybe once a week, this is someone that they just go to relieve some stress, okay? It's not someone else that they actually want to be with, okay? It's just someone else that, they spend their time with in this way, in this sexual way. All right. And so, like I said, that's different scenario. So for some, it's just, the energy, the sexual energy in your relationship. But, you guys, there's an issue with the commitment. There's an issue with the connection and the commitment to each other. So some of you actually have a talk and you decide, okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and let's do this. Yes, we have a lot of years invested, or maybe we have property together, or maybe, we're not ready to get a divorce, but let's explore our options. Okay. And that would be considered an unorthodox relationship. All right. For others, you're in the relationship. You are thinking about someone else. You want to go back to a past situation because you see what's going on with your partner. Okay. And you probably don't even care about any of this because you are thinking about the past or thinking about, somebody who you feel like is your true soulmate. All right, Cancer. So that is your reading for the month of November. Um, if this resonated with you at all, go ahead and let me know. For others, if you want, more clarification, if you want something that is more tailored to you, you can go ahead and contact me for a reading. My email is divinelovetarot@gmail.com. My information is also down in the description bar. All right, Cancers. So I hope you guys enjoy your fall, I hope you're enjoying the fall and Thanksgiving. Gosh, Christmas is right around the corner, and I can't even believe it. I cannot believe it. But all right, guys, see you guys at the next reading. All right, Cancer. Bye.